Hello everyone, and welcome to PressPause. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about anger and what we can do to learn to control our anger. In today's world, it just seems like anger is running rampant and largely unchecked. We have plenty of hot button issues and anger triggers in our culture today, including politics, religion, racism, and how to deal with COVID-19. So in understanding that we are not always going to agree on every issue, how do we deal with our anger when it comes our way, when somebody says something that pushes our buttons? Well, first we need to realize that just feeling angry isn't always bad or wrong. Sometimes we are just going to feel angry when ourselves or someone that we care about is unjustly wronged. In Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26, in the Amplified Version, it says this: "Be angry at sin, at immorality, at injustice, at ungodly behavior. Yet do not sin. Do not let your anger cause you shame, nor allow it to last until the sun goes down." In other words, the scripture is saying that it's okay to sometimes feel angry about things that happen in this world. But at the end of the day, we have to get to the source of that anger and deal with it and not let it fester. Secondly, we can learn to choose our words more carefully. We need to learn to not fly off the handle or just spew out the first thing that comes across our minds. James chapter 1, verse 19 says this: "Understand this, my beloved brothers and sisters, let everyone be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger." There is true wisdom in these words. I have often said that I am more proud of the things that I didn't say than many of the things that I did say. So in short, sometimes we just need to step back, let our anger de-escalate, and just calm down before we say something that was angry to somebody, or before we post something on social media that we'll later wish we didn't post because we were angry. And lastly, we need to remember that we can only benefit from learning to control our anger instead of letting our anger control us. Proverbs 14:29 says this: "He who is slow to anger has great understanding and profits from his self-control. But he who is quick-tempered exposes and exalts his foolishness for all to see." So when you're confronted with anger, remember first who you serve. You are Christ's representative. With that title of Christian comes responsibility, but it also comes with a lot of help from God. God truly wants to help us learn to control our anger. If we ask God and we truly submit to Him, He will help us to know whether or not our anger is justified. He will help us to choose our words more carefully, and He will help us to exercise self-control instead of speaking out of anger too quickly. I hope this helps you, and have a great and blessed week.